Hi guys, and welcome to Marissa's Kitchen. I am going to be giving my first ever THM pregnancy update that I mentioned I would be doing in my announcement video. I am 18 weeks today, and I can't tell you how much I am so grateful for Trim Healthy Mama, how much it has helped me already. Typically, with my first two pregnancies, I gained at least 10, if not 15 pounds in the first 12 weeks. And then to make it through 12 weeks and have only gained less than 5 pounds. It was like 4.5 pounds by 12 weeks. So that was huge for me because typically in the past with the morning sickness, I only felt better when I was eating, and I wasn't eating healthy stuff with my first two boys. So it was just whatever sounded good. And that's why I would when most people don't put on a lot in the first trimester or first 12 weeks, that's when I typically gained quite a bit. So anyway, here I am at 18 weeks. I have gained about 12 pounds, and I'm pleased with that. I'm really hoping to see Trim Healthy Mama help me have a much healthier weight gain than I had with both of my other two boys. And you know what, it was really awesome to get to start my pregnancy pretty much at a goal weight. So I actually have two goal weights. When I was losing my weight with Trim Healthy Mama, I had in my mind a goal weight that seemed reasonable, but I was like, if I could just get to this goal weight, that'd be great. And then I talked to my doctor, and she had suggested a 5 pounds lower than that. And so I had worked really hard to get down to that lower weight, but then in the past year of doing Trim Healthy Mama and then traveling on my huge 5-month trip, and then I went to Thailand, in that long course of time, I had gone back up to the first goal weight. And I think that's more where my body wanted to be. And Pearl and Serene talk about your queen weight, your queen, you're no longer a princess, you're a queen. As you get older. And I think that is really where my body wanted to be, was that first goal weight, and not the lower one, because it seemed like I had to work really, really hard to try to get to that lower weight. I'm so grateful to THM that I was able to start my pregnancy at my first goal weight. The other thing it helped with was my morning sickness. And hopefully you can bear with me, because I'm going to be talking about a little bit about throwing up and bile and things like that. I typically have really bad morning sickness with my boys. This one was definitely different. I wasn't as sick every day, and I actually had days that I felt pretty good. But then I also threw up way more, which was weird. But I did feel like I was able to manage the morning sickness through the things that I learned from Trim Healthy Mama, coupled with something else I had come across on the internet in the last 6 years. So sometime in the last 6 years, I came across a blog article that talked about how beans could help with morning sickness. And I was like, I wasn't planning to have any more children, so I wanted to find out from a friend, hey, can you try this bean thing next time you get pregnant if you have morning sickness? I want to know if it works. So not realizing I would get the opportunity to try it myself. The science behind why you would eat beans to help with the morning sickness is that your body is creating a ton of bile. And I would reference this blog post at the end, but actually the blog post has been removed from the internet in the last couple of years, so I can't even point you to the blog post anymore. Anyway, basically, your body is creating extra bile, and your liver can't process it all. So that's why you end up feeling sick. And so the idea is that if you eat beans, which are really high in soluble fiber, that it will bind with the bile and take it out of your system, and you'll feel better. I kind of had this thought in the back of my mind that when you have morning sickness, you can really only eat what sounds good, and you cannot eat stuff that does not sound good. There's no way you can get it down. At least that was my experience. And so I kind of wondered how that would work if beans didn't sound good. And that's exactly what ended up happening. So I started out trying to eat beans, maybe I can get ahead of it. and kind of ward off the morning sickness, but that didn't work so well. And I was trying to choke down a bean and ground turkey burrito, and my body's like, yeah, I'm not having any of this. So my stomach, yeah, no. So even talking about beans now kind of grosses me out slightly. But the whole idea too is that the article had said don't eat as much fat because fat creates more bile. And so that's where Trim Healthy Mama really prepared me for eating lower fat, because the meals, the energizing meals with Trim Healthy Mama, are higher in carbs, still within 45 net carbs, but they're lower in fat. And so I did do quite a few crossovers as well, but like what really helped me was sprouted grain toast. I ate that for breakfast almost every day, brown rice, but just some of the meals on Trim Healthy Mama that are were ones that worked really good for helping me to feel better. So that was one way that Trim Healthy Mama really helped. And the baby, we just had our ultrasound yesterday, and everything is healthy and great, and we didn't find out the gender. We are just gonna have the biggest surprise ever. This baby was already a surprise, and we are just taking that to the max, and we're gonna wait and find out the gender until birth. That's been a dream of my husband's. So my baby is measuring big, like 75th percentile, and I just go, okay, maybe that's because of Trim Healthy Mama. Maybe I just am, growing a really healthy baby. So anyway, that is all for my update for today, and I hope to be posting another update very soon. So stay tuned. Hope you all are doing well on your THM journey, and I will see you next time.